Okay, I am continuing my reading, and what I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around just a little bit as I move along. Right now, I am still in I'm reading in the book of Exodus, and this is chapter 11, which also contains some of the Joseph Smith translation. What this is it is a translation or an inspired correction of the Bible done by Joseph Smith to restore portions of the Bible that had been lost over the years. This is a very short chapter, so let us get into it. Chapter 11. Departing Israel authorized to ask for jewels and gold from their neighbors. The Lord promises to slay the firstborn in every Egyptian home. He puts a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. So saying that Pharaoh is not just going to let them go, but he is going to chase them out. Okay, verse 2. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. Okay, let's pause there. So this borrowing. In the footnotes, alternate Hebrew translations, instead of borrow, says ask. So they're not saying, oh, lend us it and we'll return it. No, they're asking. And I believe I talked about this in a previous video, where what they're really doing is they are asking for payment for their years of slavery. These people have been enslaved. They have been in bondage for 150 years. Most of them were born into, I would say all of them were probably born into bondage. All of the people currently alive were born into bondage. And so they're asking for payment, saying, we've been working for you for 150 years. We need to be paid. And the Egyptians, it says, gave favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Some of them probably liked the Israelites. Some of them were probably scared to death of the Israelites because of all these plagues that have been going on. And said, fine, you go ahead. You take payment. We'll pay you for it. We don't want to have anything else held against of Egypt. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. And again, this is where we get our Joseph Smith translation. It's not, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, but and Pharaoh hardened his heart. so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. Again, we put the blame squarely on Pharaoh. Now, I want to point out, as in the previous chapter, if you remember, it ended with Pharaoh saying, see my face no more, for on the day thou seest me again, you shall die. And Moses is saying, yeah, you're right, I'm never going to see you again. But here we have Moses yelling at, basically lecturing Pharaoh, and then leaving in anger. So this obviously happened at the same meeting. This is Moses leaving. We had Pharaoh say, oh, you go and everything. And Moses is saying, you're right. You're not going to see me again, because tonight God is going to come in and he is going to kill, he's going to slay the firstborn of Egypt. All people, all animals, the firstborn, doesn't matter, they're all dead. And then Moses leaves. So this whole thing, when he says, speak now in the ears of the people that they may borrow everything, right? This is all happening in front of Pharaoh. God is saying, Moses, this is what's going to happen. Pharaoh's being annoying. He's being a jerk. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to go, you're going to leave now, and you're going to tell the people to borrow or to ask for payment for all their years of service. And then Moses says to Pharaoh, this is what's going to happen. And then he leaves. All of this is this is all happening at the same time. So Moses is communicating directly with God in front of Pharaoh. I don't think Pharaoh's hearing God's voice or seeing God or anything, but Moses is receiving this revelation, this communication, while he is standing in the presence of Pharaoh. I do find that interesting. So, anyways, I will see you in the next one.